Combining terms on the left, we add 1 and negative 1, they cancel, so that leaves us 2y. On the right, we can add negative 15 and negative 1, so that we have 6y plus negative 16. We've simply combined terms. Inequality symbol remains unchanged. Now we remove the 6y from the right by adding its opposite. 2y, add negative 6y on the left, and on the right, 6y plus negative 16 plus negative 6y. We have added the same thing to both sides of the inequality, so the inequality symbol remains unchanged. Now we add 2y and negative 6y to get negative 4y. The 6y and negative 6y cancel, and so we're left with negative 16. We have simply combined terms, and so we have 4y is less than or equal to negative 16. The inequality symbol remains unchanged. Now we must eliminate the coefficient of y, and so I'll recopy this line. Like negative 4y and negative 16, divide both sides by negative 4. Aha, we're dividing by a negative number, and so what happens to the inequality symbol? Remember, the inequality symbol reverses. Once again, I'll put a star beside this step, because this is the thing you must remember as the special thing about solving inequalities. Dividing by a negative number on both sides reverses the inequality symbol. When we simplify, canceling the negative 4's, we get y on the left. Negative 16 divided by negative 4 is 4. 4 on the right, the inequality symbol is unchanged in the simplifying, and so we have y is greater than or equal to 4. So our solution is y is greater than or equal to 4. All that's left is to graph this solution. Let me put 4 on the number line, since that's the important number, the boundary number. To the right of 4 we have 5, 6, 7, and so on. To the left of 4, 3, 2, 1, and so on. We circle the boundary number point, 4. Since we have equal to as part of the inequality, we do fill in the circle. We want the points that are greater than 4. Greater than 4 would be to the right of 4. We can check out the 5 to verify this. Filling in 5 in place of y, we have 5 is greater than or equal to 4, which is true. And so we do shade in to the right. As a double check, we'll try 3. 3 is greater than or equal to 4 is false, and so we would not shade the side that includes 3. So here's our solution with the graph, y greater than or equal to 4. Now you should be ready for some exercises. I'm giving you 3 exercises. The instructions are solve and graph. Exercise 1, 3 subtract 7x is less than or equal to negative 3x subtract 17. Exercise 2, negative 3/4 x plus 1 is greater than 5/3. Exercise 3, 12 subtract 5 times in parentheses x subtract 4 is less than or equal to 4 times in parentheses x subtract 1. Be sure you copy all 3 of these exercises exactly right. Then stop the tape, work the exercises, and restart the tape to check your answers. Your answers should be, for number 1, x is greater than or equal to 5. The graph shows 5 as the boundary number filled in, and the shading is to the right. For exercise 2, x is less than -8/9. The graph shows -8/9 as the boundary number. Circle on that point and shading to the left. For exercise 3, x is greater than or equal to 4. On your graph, 4, the boundary number is filled in, and the shading is to the right. Let me point out one peculiar thing on these answers. For the answers to number 2, you have x is less than -8/9, and as we did with the example I showed you, I have put -8/9 as a boundary, and then to the right -7/9, -6/9, and so on. To the left -9/9 and -10/9. 2 of these fractions can be reduced. -9/9 is -1. -6/9 is -2/3. If you chose to put -1 for this number and -2/3 for the other, and continuing on, if you had other fractions that could be reduced and you chose to put their reduced forms, that is perfectly correct. I prefer to be lazy about it and not even reduce something as simple as -9/9, so that I can keep the denominators identical and the numerators in the same order that we have for integers. If you made mistakes on any of these and cannot find where you went wrong, be sure to mark your paper so you'll know to ask for help when you go to the lab. This concludes math tape number 074.